What's up guys, so for my how-to video I'm going to be showing you how to change your car's engine oil. I'll be working on an Infiniti G37, but this process applies to any car. So you want to change your car's oil about every 5,000 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. And so first thing I'll show you is where to check how much oil you need and what type of oil you need. Alright, so in your car's owner manual there's always a section for maintenance. So you'll turn to that page and it'll be always in the top region. So in this case we need 5 1/8 quart, and this car takes 5W30. As far as the tools, you'll need a pair of gloves, a ratchet, a 10mm socket, a 14mm socket for the drain plug, your oil filter, your oil, which we have is 5 quarts, and the small one is 1 quart for the extra 0.2. A drill just to make the job a little easier for the under panel, your drain pan and a tray just in case if anything spills, and then your chalk, which is I'm going to show you where to place that. Now this guy goes towards the back of the car, this way your car does not roll while you're doing the job. If you have a low car, there's a couple ways you can raise it. I personally like to put in the edge of my garage and then put some blocks underneath. Or you can, if you have a jack available, you can jack up your car on these pinch points right here, where those are the most secure spots where the body meets the frame, so you could do it from there as well. Alright, so first we're going to take this under panel off. I've taken out most of the bolts because there's almost like 15 of them. But let's go ahead and take this out. The next step is just to get your drain pan, the right socket for this, and then we'll just go ahead and open it. Once we have that, remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and this drain bolt shouldn't be that tight. Once it gets loose, you can go ahead and back this off. And then it'll come right out. So it's going to drain for about like 10 minutes, and then you can come back here and check. Okay, so this part's probably the hardest. It took me about like 15 minutes just to try to get this out. But same thing, lefty loosey, you just go counterclockwise, and then it'll slowly drip. Remember, this thing is filled up too, so just put it to the side. Once you have the old oil filter out, you're gonna want to go ahead and just grab some of the oil that's in here, and then just lubricate the seal around the outside of the new one. This way, it creates a nice seal when you screw it on back, and it'll be easier the next time you try to do this job. So once everything is drained, you can go ahead and slide this oil pan out, and then tighten everything that it's supposed to be, which is gonna be the drain plug and then the oil filter. These are going to be tightened to 15 pound-feet of torque, and this one's about 20. You don't have to do that because doing it by hand basically is the same measurements. So we'll go ahead and do it by hand. I forgot to mention, but you will need a funnel. And the place that you do put the oil in is always going to be in the top of your engine. In this case, mine is up here, so we'll go ahead and just fill up 5 quarts. Alright, so we just put 5 quarts oil in there. We need 5.2, but I'm just going to go ahead and put the oil cap and start the engine. And this way we can test how much oil we have in the engine with this dipstick. It's always better to underfill a little bit than to overfill, because there's no way to take the oil out if you overfill it. So we're running for about 30 seconds. In the meantime, we'll just check for leaks, see if anything's leaking down there. If not, then we're all good. We can go ahead and test how much is in there. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's right there. So as expected, we're gonna add another 0.2 quarts, and then it should be in the middle. Okay, so we added what was needed. Now we're gonna go ahead and just check it again. and we want to be in between these two dots. So I don't know if you can see it, but we're right there, so we're perfect. We'll just go ahead and button everything up, put everything where it needs to be, and then as far as the oil, we can go ahead and put in the old container, and then you can take it to your local AutoZone or like O'Reilly's, and then they can recycle the oil for you. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.